Hello YouTube, this is my edited reaction of Charli XCX's brand new album Brad, which I streamed live on Twitch. I do that on Thursdays and Fridays. If you want a full unedited reaction of this stream, you can find that on my Patreon along with playlists and other fun stuff like that. But anyway, here's my reaction. I was looking forward to this one. Brand new Charli XCX album. I did not love Crash, unfortunately. I liked moments of Crash, but I do think it was the most underwhelming work of hers I've heard as of recent. That isn't too damaging because at the end of the day, Charli is one of the most consistent pop artists of all time. I think like almost every single one of her records is great. How I'm Feeling Now is one of my favorite albums of all time. So is Pop 2, Love Charli. But the singles have sounded great for this one. I don't want to delay too much. Let's get into it. New Charli XCX album, Brat. Let's do it. People are saying weakest single, and I felt that way too, but this song has grown on me so much. Yeah, this is great. Most of these songs are pretty short and sweet, guys. Most of these songs are around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We're just gonna run through these singles because I've talked about these before. I've liked all the singles, so. God, the production is so fucking lively and stellar, dude. It's so good. There's so much life in these instrumentals. It's mixed brilliantly, too. I love how this song feels like George Daniel and A.G. Cook worked on it together, you know what I mean? You can hear both of their production styles in this song. The first new tracks, let's do it. We got 3 new tracks in a row. Starting with Sympathy is a Night. Whoa! That's so huge. Oh my God. This synth patch is disgusting. Wow, this is so expansive. It's so big. Wow. The vocal throws with the reverb and the delay. Oh my God. The lyrics are great too, yeah. Dude, okay, that is such like a massive sounding, like the ambiance on that track. Also a lot of like anguish and like paranoia in these lyrics, which I think is a really cool vibe because it kind of fits.
Wear these clothes as disguise, like nothing special. I snag my tights up for the party.
Oh, these chord changes.
I'm famous but not quite, but I'm perfect for the background. 1 foot in and I belong here anymore.
Wow, that was a powerful little interlude. I didn't expect something like this to be on the album, but I love it. That was tasteful. And we're back. We're just immediately back. Talk.
We've been talking for months.
Okay.
Just wondering what they know.
Okay.
I wish you talk, wish you talk, wish you talk, wish you just talk to me, talk.
Ooh, Hudson Mohawk production on this one. Summer song? Absolutely.
I'm feeling like I'm on fire. I wish you talk, wish you talk.
I feel like this song has the most mass appeal out of any of the singles, besides maybe 360. This is for the Unlock It fans, you know what I mean? These synths are crazy though.
Talk to me in French, talk to me in Spanish.
Slight bit of a Matty Healy moment in the outro there. Like, I could see him writing that. Von Dutch. That was fun. I feel like that was like a good, like really approachable Charli XCX song. Fun little simple hooky chorus. Short and sweet. You know what's funny is I've been listening to the dubstep remix of this song more than the actual song. So, It's been a while since I've heard this one. Yeah, this one's good too. That high screechy synth is just so sick. The Addison remix is great too. Yeah, great single. That was the lead single. Really fun track, and great remixes of that song. The dubstep remix and the Addison Rae remix are both great. The Von Dutch. Oh, gorgeous.
Again, riding roads through manual drive.
Wow.
Bad tattoos on leather tan skin. Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. Bad tattoos on leather tan skin. Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. All in love again and again. Winding roads through manual drive. Bad tattoos on leather tan skin. Jesus. Everything is romantic. Oh.
Whoa. Where are we going?
Everything is romantic. Oh. Romantic.
Oh, shit.
And on the ground, sandals on the stirrups of the scooters. Again and again, fall in love again and again, fall in love again and again, fall in love again and again, and fall in love again and again, fall in love again and again.
Oh my god, there's so many layers to this. Wow, just the movement of this track is incredible. Oh my god, what the fuck? I wonder if this is gonna be another switch up or is this just a clean outro? Oh my god, the textures here. That might be one of the best Charli XCX songs I've ever heard. That is like an S-tier Charli XCX song. The progression of it, the way that like elements of the production just keep getting dragged in and then just pulled out, and like it's so seamless, yet the individual parts of it just seem so individual and unique in their own, yet it all like somehow blends together into this like Charli XCX stew. Like, oh my god, fucking incredible. And it's just like a good representation of all of the things that she does like really, really well. And the lyrics are so interesting on that one too. I can't wait to dive more into the lyrics too, but wow, what an incredible track. What the fuck was that? Was that kind of like this album's track 10? Do you know what I mean? Okay, rewind. Let's go. Oh, wow. Honest. Love the side chaining on this one.
Now I've started thinking again, wondering about whether I think I deserve commercial success. It's running through my mind. Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind. Sometimes.
Wow. That's so interesting to put that confession in a song. But I love the honesty. Wow. So pretty. Oh my god, it's so A.G. Cook. You know, it's interesting that she has a whole verse about maybe having some regrets and used to thinking that she used to not care about commercial success, but now she's feeling like she kind of does. And it's interesting to put that in a song like this that is so not commercially appealing, but I think she absolutely knows what she's doing. I don't know, because at the same time, Charli isn't the most commercially successful mainstream artist, but that is also the reason she has such a loyal fan base, is that she isn't attempting to do anything that isn't exclusively herself most of the time. You know what I mean? It's a double-edged sword that way, but it's cool that she can be honest about it in a song like this. That's cool. So
Always on my mind. Every day, every night.
Chad, this is incredible so far.
Say that I love singing these songs you left behind.
It's about Sophie?
And I know you always said it's okay to cry, so I know I can cry. I can always on my mind. Every day, every night. Your star burns so bright. Why did I put you away? Your burns so bright. Why did I put you away? I was scared sometimes. You had a power like a say that I love singing these songs you left behind.
I love how they're adding elements to the production that are very Sophie too. That's a really nice touch. Wow. Rip Sophie, man. That's hard. But really, that's a really well done tribute to Sophie. I could not picture a better one. I love how they brought in the elements of the production that sounds like it could have been made by Sophie too. And the lyrics are like, I think it's perfect. Very touching track. Oof. Is she just gonna throw us back into like another banger after that though? Cause
it's so confusing sometimes to be a girl. How do you feel being a girl? And I don't know, I'm just
I don't know the answers to this song.
Yeah, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me. Sometimes people say we're
Wow.
alike. They say we've got the same hair.
No, he's not talking about Lord. That'd be so memey.
People say we're alike. They say we've got the same hair. One day we might make some music. The internet would go crazy, but you might still want to
Okay,
see
wait.
me falling over and failing. At least we're closer to being on the same page.
I didn't fully hear that pre-chorus the first time. Maybe, yeah, maybe this could be about Lord. I don't know. What? That's so weird. That's crazy. The pre-chorus is really what brings that message home. That's crazy. I mean, that is so specific. I don't know if I've ever heard a song that is basically an invitation to collaborate. Because people say we're alike, they say we have the same hair. One day we might make some music, the internet would go crazy, but you might still want to see me falling over and failing. At least we're closer to being on the same page. So strange, such a strange track. I think that might be my least favorite so far, I will say. I still like it, but yeah, I took a lot less away from that one besides the fact that it's about Lord than any other track on the album. All right, Apple. It doesn't have to be about a particular person. It's just interesting. That one was fun. Not one of my favorites, but it was fun. You know what is one of my favorites, though? My favorite single, B2B. Genuinely peak. Dude, the production on this one is so fucking crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love this instrumental so much. Dude, music is so sick. You know what I love about this track, guys? There's something like sinister about it, you know what I mean? It's a club banger, but there's something like evil, like you can feel it in the production and it just kind of, there's something ominous about it. Getting chased through a club scene and movie vibes. Yeah, exactly. Like there's something creepy about that song in a weird way. Like it kind of, it's so funny. Obviously, Charli did the soundtrack for it, but it has the sound of the movie Bodies looks. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something creepy and sinister about it, but it's also like fun and upbeat. Great song. I love that. That was my favorite single. Still my favorite single.
Yeah,
Mean Girls.
2 a.m. and she's out there in a sheer white dress wearing last night's makeup. All coquettish in the pictures with the flash on. Worships Lana Del Rey in her AirPods. Yeah, she's in her mid-20s, real intelligent, hedonistic.
Wait, I know this girl she's describing.
You say she's anorexic.
Wait, this is my Twitch chat.
She's kind of fucked up, but she's still in vogue. He knows that you're obsessed.
I think a lot of people feel called out by the song. Also, can we talk about how crazy this instrumental is? There's something almost jazzy about it. Like, it's jazzy and it's funky. Like this piano part. Is there another pop artist out there that has their finger on the pulse of the internet as much as Charli XCX does? Or just like people like this generation? Like, she just seems to have an understanding of her audience and culturally what's significant and what's going on, and somehow at the forefront, but also just like a true understanding. Like, there's a relatability there to this generation that I feel like is pretty unmatched, which is crazy, especially because like Charli is like technically a millennial, but like seems to be an understanding of like the people that are in their 20s right now going out and living life, that she has some sort of understanding of that most people don't have. And I think that that's how Charli stays on top, because like this song is so like, this song gets it. Like, she gets it with this song. She's not trying to understand it. She's in the middle of it. Do you know what I mean?
Think about it all the time, that I might run out of time. But I finally met my baby, and the baby might be mine. Same old clothes she wore before, holding a child.
These chords are cool.
She's a radiant mother and he's a beautiful father. And now they both know these things that I don't. Finally met my baby, and the baby might be mine. Cause maybe one day I might.
Oh.
If I don't run out of time, would it make me miss all my freedom? Think about it all the time.
Wow, this is real. Wow, this is so vulnerable. These songs are so specific. Yeah, and I love that. I love that about this record. That's one of the more vulnerable and forthcoming and honest tracks I've heard, especially one that is like this upbeat. Like, this is something that I imagine a lot of women can relate to, and a lot of people can relate to in general, not just women, is like this idea of this like ticking clock that I think that a lot of people have said exists when you're in your 30s, when you get up to your 30s. But I don't even think she's exclusively talking about like necessarily the idea of having kids and there being a time limit on that, but just in general, like, she's like, when do I have to grow up, you know? And I think that that's a fear that a lot of people have. But obviously she gets really, really specific here in the last verse. Should I stop my birth control because my career feels so small? In the existential scheme of it all, I think that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable, because a lot of people are going to be like, holy shit, wait, Charli's making me think about things that I don't really want to think about. Oh, yeah. Wait. It's like a remix of 360? Wait, this is sick. Wait, this is sick. Woo! Wait, this is more my style than 360. I like this one more. Oh my god. No fucking way. This year for music, has this year for music not been fucking crazy? Okay, overall, my thoughts on this, right? I think the cool thing about this album, the first cool thing about this album that I talked a little bit about that I really want to highlight, is how focused a lot of these topics are, and how vulnerable and honest a lot of these discussions she's bringing up, for better or worse. Like, I think for the majority, like, that's a huge highlight for me, is the fact that like so many of these songs are so on topic, and they're so personal and about her life and like what she's relating to. I do think that songs like Girl So Confusing, like if that is about Lorde, like I don't know if there's really that much substance there of what she's trying to say. That just kind of feels like a little, that's the one track on here I feel like is a little bit of a throwaway. Not like, it's still good just compared to the rest of the record. I mean, throwaway topically, it still sounds good. There are songs that are like extremely vulnerable, like I Think About It All the Time. There is the Sophie tribute. There's a lot of stuff that I think is really, really, really great on here in terms of lyrically. And also just the how interesting some of the lyrics are. Like, I think, what is it? Everything Is Romantic. I think Everything Is Romantic, like lyrically, is some of the most interesting stuff she's put out, and instrumentally. Like, I think that is like, if I had to pick one song off of here that I'm gonna walk away from that I like already know is like a top 10 Charli XCX song of all time, I think Everything Is Romantic would be that for me. I will say 365 at the end of the record is like, it's such a cool play on one of the singles, like 360, but it's overall a better song. Like, I think 365 is the song that is for the hard Charli XCX fans, and 360 is the song that maybe could have some radio play. So it's kind of cool that she gave us both versions of that. I think that's so sick. And just in general, like the super team that she put together here for the production, a lot of Hudson Mohawk credits, a lot of A.G. Cook credits. El Guincho? I'm not that's the one artist I'm not like super familiar with. I know they worked with Rosalia, but I don't know what much else about them. Obviously, you know, regulars like Easy Fun as well. Overall, is this like on par with Charli's other amazing albums, like her classics like Pop 2 and How I'm Feeling Now and Charli? I think so. I think it's around as good as those albums. As important, you know, that's a question that I think something like How I'm Feeling Now is, I would argue, in Pop 2 are like some of her more important albums. How I'm Feeling Now is about such a specific period in time, about the lockdown and stuff like that, and that album is important to a lot of people for that reason. I feel like it is such a great capture of a moment in time, and something like Pop 2's influence, there are very few albums in pop music that have ever been as influential as Pop 2. But that aside, like, I think that this album, while having like the elements and the greatness in production that those two albums have, and the uniqueness and the absolute sheer quality in terms of the instrumentals front to back on this thing, I think there are moments on this album that I think stand out from those records and stand out in Charli's discography due to the lyricism and just the, like I said earlier, the pure vulnerability of it. But yeah, it's really cool that she can write an album like this that is just has so many club bangers that people are going to be partying to, but it also has like some sentimental moments. There's a lot of emotion in this album too. So this is cool, man. I really like this. I'm going to be playing this a lot